Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Is it true that the Constitution requires 2/3 of members to be present to constitute a quorum to conduct House business? But that last Friday you declared a quorum was present when in fact only 63 members were here.
Mr. Harrison, that is not a proper parliamentary inquiry.
Mr. Speaker.
To the extent that it requires 2/3 present, that is accurate.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And 2/3 were not present. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
State your inquiry.
Is it true that we have a general state calendar today for the first time, and that HB 195, which was the very first bill on our very first ever general state calendar, that the lead author is a member of the minority party?
Mr. Harrison, that is not a proper parliamentary inquiry.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison.
Are you aware that the House budget was voted out of appropriations
Mr.
yesterday?
Harrison, for what purpose?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
State your inquiry.
Good morning. My inquiry, Mr. Speaker, so I want to know if you are aware that the House Appropriations Committee voted out a House budget yesterday, and that budget was crafted in clear violation of the House rules on at least 8 occasions, which require that appropriations meetings be held and transmitted and broadcast via audio and video to the public.
A proper parliamentary inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, there must be consequences for your
Harrison,
unconstitutionally
Mr.
corrupt
Harrison,
lawlessness.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
All right, parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, to follow up on the last inquiry, my response to that would be that there must be consequences
Mr. Harrison,
for your...
that is not an inquiry. State your inquiry.
Parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Do you or do not agree, because I do, there must be consequences for unconstitutionally corrupt lawlessness, and Mr. Speaker, I change and I now move to vacate the chair.
You are not recognized even on April Fool's Day, Mr. Harrison.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, state your inquiry.
I wish that this were an April Fool's joke. Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Rule 5, Section 35 actually authorizes this motion, and Rule 5, Section 35 establishes that the motion to vacate the chair is a privileged motion. Is that not correct?
You are not recognized, Mr. Harrison. Mr. Harrison, a question of privilege must be raised by resolution. If you have a resolution, go ahead and file it.
Rule 5, Section 24, this...
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
A proper parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Does Rule 5, Section 24 say, quote, the Speaker shall recognize a member who seeks recognition on a question of privilege?
Mr. Harrison?
That is a proper parliamentary inquiry. Do the rules say that? It is.
Mr. Harrison, a question of privilege must be raised by resolution. If you have a resolution, go file it.
Okay, here's a perfect parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker. What must I do to force you to recognize me to make the privileged motion to vacate you?
That answered, Mr. Harrison. A question of privilege of the House must be raised by resolution.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
Why do you refuse to answer these points of parliamentary inquiry that are proper?
Mr. Harrison, that has been answered.
Final point.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
You know the House rules stipulate what I just said. Cutting off the mic, or is your staffer cutting off the microphone,
Harrison,
Mr. Speaker?
for what purpose?
My constituents pay for this microphone.
Mr.
Who's
Harrison,
cutting
for
it
what
off?
purpose?
You or this?
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
I would invite every member who opposes corruption to sign the motion to vacate you.
Members, please join me in welcoming our